I'm turning myself into the Midwest Princess, Chappell Rowan. I'm going to do the makeup look from the album cover Midwest Princess. It's been hard for me to pinpoint just from the album cover what the eyeshadow colors are exactly. They almost look kind of grayish. Luckily, in the interview with Sephora, she recreates the makeup look and we see exactly what colors and steps that she does to create that makeup look. She uses little adhesive star rhinestones. I got these from Temu. She uses a couple different sizes, which I don't have, so we're just gonna do our best with what we have. She does one on the outer corner. I'm just gonna use the adhesive it comes with because we're gonna peel it off later. She does at least, I think it's 3 or 4 stars on each eye. I'm gonna do 4. Okay, now we have our stars on, and I'm going to use the blue eyeshadow from this palette. I'm gonna use a fluffy brush like this. So she does the blue eyeshadow on the entire lid, and I think she does a little bit above the crease. I'm bringing the eyeshadow all the way to the corner of the eye and a little bit above the crease, covering the entire eyelid. And for the purple, I felt like the purple from this palette was as close as I could get. I'm going to use this purple right here. And she does the purple over the stars. I'm going to try not to accidentally brush the stars off my face because they do not have a real good adhesive on right now. She goes pretty much, I think, all the way to the eyebrow. And then she extends it out past the eyebrow and kind of over, like towards the temple. Like so. And it looked like she also kind of went down around the corner of the nose. I really want to pat that on so that color shows up really well. I don't want it to be too pale. We're gonna do glitter over the blue. I'm using this glitter glue by NYX. I'm gonna put a little bit on the tip of my finger and just pat that on the eyelid. Blue glitter, that was from a Walmart Halloween set that I got a couple of years ago, at least. I actually think I want to use a different glitter. I'm not loving how this is applying. I'm gonna try this one from Sally Girl. I'm gonna apply a little bit more glitter glue because this may have dried down. And I'm just gonna pick it up with my finger this time. Yeah, this is much easier. I think it's from Sally Beauty Supply. I got this years ago as well. I'm gonna do my eyeliner next. I'm gonna use the black eyeshadow from this palette. It looks like in the Sephora video, she used an eyeshadow instead of an eyeliner, which honestly, I think might work better anyways. I also think some setting spray may help this eyeshadow stick more. Spray the brush, and get it wet. Let's try and get that edge a little bit more clean. A little more clean and crisp. And I made it worse. Don't you love that? This is way longer than I intended it to be. Okay. That's more the shape I'm going for. However, it does not look like the other side, so we're just gonna draw a little extra in so it matches. Before we go to the next step, I'm just gonna clean up this glitter underneath the eyes first, because this is really messy. I've just got some micellar water on this Kleenex. For the bottom part of the eye look, she uses that same eyeshadow and just draws along the bottom lash line. And then she also does a white eyeliner on the waterline. I'm using this one by Maybelline. It's the Tattoo Studio one. I probably should have done this though before the black eyeshadow because now I'm smudging it into the waterline a bit. I'm going to do the mascara next, and then we're going to peel off the stars. So what she does is a whole bunch of mascara on the bottom. She then does mascara first on the top eyelashes before putting false eyelashes on. I'm using these eyelashes. I got them off of Amazon. I am really not good at putting false eyelashes on, but you know what? Chappell Rowan admitted to not being good at doing false eyelashes either and said that
I still can't put on a lash correctly. It's part of the aesthetic.
So it'll be true to life. This is not going on the way I want it to. It is sticking to my tweezers. My tweezers are sticky. Maybe if I just do it with my hand. I know it's sticking to my hand. Oh my. I may need to reapply more glue because it's doing both. I love false eyelashes. They're just full of both. If it could stop sticking to the tweezers, I might be able to place it. My natural eyelashes are a little too curly and they're like not allowing it to go right on the eyelash line. Oh my god. Oh my god. This will not. It will just not. It will just not. My real eyelashes are getting in the way. They're too curly, which is a weird problem to have because people curl their eyelashes. But no, they have to be so curly they get in the damn way. That's as good as it's gonna get. How is this glue still wet? Oh my god. Can you stick? It's not gonna get any better than that because eyelashes are made of bullshit. They're made of bullshit. That's what they're made of. The next step is the white face makeup. I'm gonna apply this e.l.f. primer. I'm gonna use this cheap stuff that I got from Goodwill. It kind of looks like white lotion, so we'll see how it is. If it's not good, I'll use my Athena palette, which I find very difficult to use, which is why I decided to go with this. This is very thin, yes. This is like applying lotion, so I'm not sure if I'm real happy about that. I guess you get what you pay for. This is like I'm applying sunscreen with a little bit of a white cast. I'm gonna grab my Athena palette. I'm gonna use this spatula and I'm just gonna scrape some of this white face paint out of the palette onto the back of my hand. I'm just gonna kind of spread it around so that it gets spreadable because it starts off kind of hard. And I'm just gonna kind of wipe off the excess of this. Oh yeah, this is gonna work out a lot better. This is actually covering up my face. I'm gonna kind of smear it on, I guess. Just really want to get an even application because sometimes this goes on a bit patchy. Whew, got some patchy spots that I just made even worse by touching with my finger. Ooh, my skin texture is very much highlighted in this face paint. If you feel bad about your skin, this is not going to make you feel better about it. Ooh, that's sticky. Trying to avoid the eyebrows. Trying not to smudge them. Oh my god, just made that patchier. Cool. Oh my god, there's a cat clawing up my back. Please don't. Please. I don't have white setting powder, but I do have a white color here. Settling into all of my pores. We're gonna remove the stars, all but the outer corner ones. Kind of works, but the star shape is not very obvious. I'm using this really ancient blush. She did it kind of high up. Ooh, that's gonna go on real patchy because of the oil. I don't know if this is gonna blend. Ooh, that's patchy. Blend. She then does a yellow color. I'm gonna get a yellow color from this palette, and she does it kind of like on the top, like right kind of around this area. I'm gonna kind of try and blend it into these colors here, the eyeshadow and the blush. Ooh, I like how it's getting this kind of orange gradient here. This is nice. I need a highlighter as well. I'm just going to use this one that I use for everything. It's also ancient. Pretty much all of my makeup is ancient. I have not bought a lot of new makeup in years. We put highlighter here on top where the yellow is. And I think I saw her put some like up here. Let's glue on stars in the inner corner. I'm gonna use this Ardell lash glue on the back of the same star that I used. Next to the lipstick color has been a little hard for me to pin down. In some pictures it looks kind of reddish, in others it looks kind of coral, and in others it almost looks like kind of a dark nude color. In the Sephora video, it really looks like this color, Parfait by NYX, and I'm gonna use a similar colored lip pencil, Wild Rose by Nick Hack. I got this one at TJ Maxx. Next, I'm gonna do the hair. I'm gonna use a curling iron. It's a small one like this. Okay, we have all the hair curled. I did the bangs best I could. I know my bangs are shorter than hers. I'm gonna try and kind of just fluff this up. I'm just gonna like separate the curls with my fingers. We want a lot of volume. She just has her hair clipped up with like a claw clip, just kind of like piled on top of the head. Let's do the outfit next. We've got our dress on. It looks like her necklace is a really simple little pendant necklace. I think it might be a teardrop pearl. I don't have anything like that, but I do have this. This needs to be a little short. If you're not able to make your necklace shorter, use one of these little safety pins and just put that through the smaller links. I got these gloves off of Temu and hot glued the stars and rhinestones onto them. I also made the sash from a plain sash I got off of Temu and rhinestone lettering that I got off of Temu as well. I just stuck it on with the adhesive that was already on the back of them, as well as rhinestones.